Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, movies about great things, terrible things, and all things bloody. I am your host Noah, and with me forever is Ryan and Vince.
Oh yeah, bite into a Slim Jim.
Oh yeah, indeed. Oh, and there he is, the Macho Man himself.
Oh, I do not endorse this film by appearances. Ooh.
Okay, well wait, so you know, let's do this now, get it out of the way. Let's all do our best or worst Macho Man impersonations.
Well, I already did mine, but I mean, I guess I can do another one.
Let me get my.
Oh yeah, brother! I'm telling you, one time that I'm the Macho Man, and I'm coming to your town, and I'm gonna kick your little ass.
Pretty good. That was pretty good.
Let me get the. Ooh, well, I'm the cream of the crop, and the light belongs on me. Ooh, I get his weird hand
That's
gestures
the hands,
going on.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's got
Try that.
scoliosis.
Ooh, yeah! I'm coming for you, Spider-Man!
That
chose
Jay
the
Lethal
phone
could not do better. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so as you guys can maybe tell, we've been talking a lot of wrestling. Not to mention, I'm wearing my AEW shirt just for
Wrestling.
the podcast. Cause
I'm wearing a Chris Hero shirt.
oh, good reference.
It's a little joke there.
Nice. Yeah, so we did a wrestling movie. I know it's very niche, and I'm sure not too many fans are going to be a fan of it, but too bad.
So it's I don't know about Vince, but like me and Noah, we're wrestling fans. We've been for a long time.
Yep. I consider myself one. I'm not like hardcore. Like I don't I don't keep up to date really, but you know,
You don't dislike it.
I enjoy a good wrestling match. When it came last year or whatever, I went both times.
Yeah, we all went together.
But
right?
I went to SmackDown and Raw, and that was fun, you know, and like I like it, but I don't like consistently watch it. But I would say I am a wrestling fan. Like
okay, yeah. So it's not gonna be as niche. So we're all, you know, as long as we all like it or like talking about it, you know, fuck everyone else. But This is from the heyday of when arguably wrestling was at its most popular, 1999 to 2000.
Yeah, it was. This movie was released in 2000, but filmed during '99.
From in a bad attempt at WCW to try and get their popularity back.
And it did the opposite effect. It like it made it worse. It made things worse.
Yeah. Okay, so we watched the 2000 movie Ready to Rumble with David Arquette. Actually, no, there's a whole list of like cameos and actual actors in this that I was like, what happened? Like, where did you guys get lost and ended up here?
I can tell you right off the bat, which is a clear problem with this. Any film about pro wrestling it's the presentation. Like, I don't know who the audience of this film was supposed to be.
I mean, it came out in like the late 90s, 2000. Like, humor comedy movies weren't at their like peak. Like,
well, yeah,
the best comedy movies weren't coming out at that time, you know. So it's like the humor's very kind of like crude and juvenile,
but it's not even even on that standard, like I'll still take this, like not take this. I still compare other films of the genre far superior. Like this one, the humor it's much more random and thrown in.
Yeah,
like, I'll take a road trip over this any day.
Oh yeah, road trip was actually, you know, it was a good. Not that this movie wasn't. Funny.
Although this movie did have a road trip in it.
Yeah,
it did. This movie had at least one joke that I thought was funny.
Only one?
Well, at least one, you know.
Right, yeah.
But no, I don't know what the audience of this film is because it makes wrestling fans look like idiots.
Yep.
But it's also like very insider stuff for like wrestling fans, for like non-wrestling people. Like, you ever seen No Holds Barred, like the Hogan film?
When I was
a kid.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, he plays a professional wrestling in that named Rip something. But in that one, they're just like, oh well, wrestling's real. Like they'll just keep it. Like fuck it. That's the illusion of the film. And this one, it's like, no one seems like real people in a weird way, except for the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean all the people who aren't like Caroline Ray and the farting nuns?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, guys, this movie has everything. This movie has everything you want, from Caroline Ray to farting nuns to
Joey Pants.
To Joey Pants with
Pants.
that wears like.
Who was a last minute addition.
He wears like Indian
apparently it was
jackets
apparently it was supposed to be Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
Playing
himself. He got fired. No, he got fired. Yeah,
he got fired in that period. So it's like, well, in case of emergency, get Joey Pants.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? Let's get into the movie, and we can go through all these amazing cameos.
Yeah.
And
and
really
people
like.
ask, why was David Arquette a thing? We don't know, people. This is post Scream.
Let me preface that I chose this movie because the documentary "You Cannot Kill David Arquette" is coming out or is out. I know it aired last night at Fantasia, and I didn't get a chance to watch it, but it's made, so.
Yeah, it was supposed to debut at South by Southwest, and that just didn't happen.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, Corona.
People crazy.
So the movie opens up with title cards of old wrestlers from yore. I think I saw Stan Hansen in there, and
it's all the old ones. Yeah,
George
and like Scott Con's giving names, but they're not correlating to the pictures that are on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's giving a voiceover of like the Hall of Fame of wrestling, kind of like, what's his name, Gotch, and etc. We'll put it in the comments below or something. And also, I like that the title of the movie was on a belt. Like, I mean, how could it not be, right? But I almost wish that they would have got it on a real belt, and then somebody could have been like holding it up instead of some cheesy CG belt. Yeah,
well, I mean, it was that was cutting edge graphics, man. They also couldn't get the WCW title right in this film, so what do you want?
I know. There was a lot of things that I was like, guys, you have the intellectual properties, you have everything you need for it. Like, get it done.
They didn't. I didn't even see that.
It's if you don't notice, they're using an old belt but for some reason they color it silver with gold detailing.
Well, weren't they inverted? Like the color was inverted for some reason.
Yeah,
on the belt.
There's different. Yeah, well, it's called the Big Gold. It's been used in a few promotions made by Ric Flair, and a lot of times there are ones that are completely gold, which is traditionally is. There are ones that have like kind of a nickel inlaying to it, but traditionally it's an all gold thing. This one though, it was very like silver with gold detailing. I noticed it because I'm a dork and I love that belt.
Yeah, it's really not that important.
You mark.
Yeah. Get used to a lot of that. This is a lot of insider talk from a nerd.
Well, isn't this movie's kayfabe? No, is what you would call it? Like,
no, it breaks kayfabe.
It breaks kayfabe.
Yeah. Which we'll get to. It would have been a great ending if at the end it was all just a work.
That would have been great. That would have been the ultimate, like.
That's some real wrestling for you.
Yeah. So it opens up. It opens up with Scott Caan giving a voiceover about how wrestling is the bee's knees and the greatest thing on earth, and he's holding court. Okay, guys, hold the applause on that one. He's holding court in front of some convenience store who's run by Ahmed Zappa, the first of our cameos. I was like, what the fuck is Ahmed Zappa doing here? I even had to like stop what I was doing and look it up on IMDb real fast.
Yeah, so he's probably a wrestling fan.
I guess. I mean, I
just a working actor. Yeah.
And so yeah, they're talking about the big wrestler of this universe, Jimmy King,
who's made up for the film, and he's pretty much if you took Ric Flair and Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
And put them together, and he's played by Oliver Platt.
Yeah, which was quite a casting choice.
Everyone's favorite musketeer.
I definitely see more Lawler than Ric Flair. Yeah.
I mean, there's the idea of like Flair of like the greatest in the industry. His son dressing up in drag. I don't know where the rapping comes from.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. He rapped Stuck at MC by
so bad.
By Rusty MC. So I was like, what?
Didn't Jerry Lawler have a pretty successful rap career?
Oh, no, the Macho Man did though. By success,
yeah, no,
I don't know about successful.
No, I know
he had a rap career,
and we'll get there in a second.
It's pretty bad.
Well,
be a man, Hogan.
Yeah, we're there right now because
Hogan diss tracks.
while they're talking, David Arquette finishes all the slushy, and I guess between the two of between David Arquette and Scott Cannon, they can't afford a second one.
What the fuck? What do they call it? Sugar ice or something?
Yeah, sugar ice, something like that. It must be a region
like
from
Arquette, and this is like he zones out and he has a fantasy that he wants a refill, but he's a penny short, and all of a sudden he's in a wrestling match with a convenience store clerk and the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, Ahmed Zappa and Macho Man Randy Savage versus David Arquette and Oliver Platt.
The kid.
You couldn't ask for it to be any better than that. It's perfect. You could end the movie right there, and it would have been fine. We even see the King's finishing move, the crowning, or to crown somebody.
Double axe handle.
Yeah, double axe handle from the second rope. Very old school. I almost wish it was the bionic elbow, but what are you gonna do? And so a really weird fight sequence, dream sequence, and then to get a free refill on the ice, sugar ice, they pull a page right out of Clerks.
It's out of Mallrats. I was about to say, because we're already in Clerks essentially, with these two hapless losers loitering outside of a convenience store, and now he pulls a
waxing political to a bunch of 10-year-olds.
Yep. Oh shit! Is this just like all of Kevin Smith's movies just condensed into one?
I mean, if Rose McGowan was a lesbian, no, he's not.
Is he a wrestling fan?
No. I mean, he showed up at the event because Jericho was there because he's friends with Jericho. That's
right.
Right. Yeah. Jericho was.
No, well, at this point, Jericho was in WWF.
He was in WWF, right?
No NWO members in this though.
No, there's no.
No, I'm sure.
No Hogan.
Well, I mean, Sting.
Yeah, but I mean, barely. We didn't even get a fake Sting.
Yeah. So what happened? So David Arquette gives him the old stink palm, smell my finger trick.
Yeah, this whole. Yeah, I wanted a refill because this one tastes like butt.
Yeah, I powered through most of it.
That was mildly amusing. He's like, the butt juice really settled at the bottom.
And then actually comes the most timely aspect of the film, abuse of law enforcement.
Yeah. That's right. While Scott Cann's hanging outside, he's pulled over by the local sheriff, who, really abuses his power and grabs the guy's genitals.
Yeah.
And he's like,
kind of creepy.
Don't you want to be doing this, or don't you want to be in the other side of this interaction? He's like, what, you want me to grab your genitals? and it turns out this cop is David Arquette's dad in the movie. Gordy's dad.
What a fucking name, Gordy Boggs.
Gordy Boggs? Did they even reference his last name at all?
Yeah.
Shit, I must have missed
that. Someone calls him Boggs.
Because we also mentioned this is the middle of like butt-fuck Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where his dad, his mom, and his sister are all cops, and he works with Scott Cann emptying porta potties and septic tanks.
So, wait, I thought that was just his two sisters, like, and his mom was like dead.
No, it's his mom and his sister, because he brings up later like the whole family. Your sister got her perp today, right in the buttocks.
Yeah, her first shot of
just
a perp.
Just doing my job.
Guys, you're better than this world. Not really. Well, not this movie, at least.
Scott Conn, he runs a septic cleaning company that he inherited from his dead dad.
Yeah.
The only thing his dad left him, he said.
Was the septic tank cleaning truck.
What a shit job, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although we do get to see that they have a lot of fun at their work.
Yeah.
That after emptying porta potties all day, what's better than blasting your friend with porta potty juice and air and shit? I don't really know what happened, but Scott Conn. Yeah.
Yeah, no. You were gonna say the prank that he pulls on him. He puts the hose up when he's going to the bathroom, and he sucks his fucking ass through the toilet.
It's funny because it looked like it was blowing air.
Yeah, like there was like a cyclone inside.
Yeah, it looked like supermarket sweepstakes, and they're trying to grab the cash in the cyclone thing there. So
but that wouldn't make sense, because why would they want to blow up into the porta potty? They would want to suck out.
Yeah,
no?
It also doesn't make sense, eating fast food next to a leaky sewage pipe.
I know. I was about to say that was the next thing. He's like, it was just like goopy, dripping, like fucking diarrhea.
Yeah. So right after they finish emptying the carnival's septic tank, they go to the local burger shack where Scott Conn is really into this one girl, and this other girl's into him. That classic thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't date her. She's one of the guys, but I want to go for the ditzy airhead who doesn't like me.
Yeah, and I can't be with her because she's one of the guys, and that'd be gay. And this is this is the year 2000, and that's really bad.
Yeah, you can't be gay in the year 2000.
We'll get to that. Because there's always, for long as years as you're a wrestling fan, there's always the immature, like homophobic jokes they make about it, and which they address at the end, and then in a weird. We'll get to that with the Sting thing.
Yeah.
It's such a weird addressing of it. But yeah, like, at what point could you just not stand David Arquette in this film? Because he's possibly mentally retarded.
Well, he's definitely.
He's annoying. He is just fucking annoying.
Well, at one point near the end, he just like disappears for like almost half the act, and then I'm like, he's got to come back, but they don't really like say.
Yeah, and they're all like, "We need you, Gordy." I'm like, why? He didn't do anything. Scott Conn does everything in this film.
Yeah. Yeah, really, actually.
He's way more likable.
Yeah, I guess he's replaying his Dewey character from Scream.
Gordy's just an idiot.
More screen time.
Yeah.
Although, which is weird in that if you go over the Scream thing, he hooks up with his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not looking at that.
That's wrestling, boy. But yeah, they're all excited because they're going to do Monday Night Nitro.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Cheyenne.
They're going to Cheyenne, Wyoming.
And in what looks like a community theater.
Yeah, it was weird. I'm like, I get it,
small
it's WCW, but like,
they were
like the local.
It's the local
community
bingo
center
or something.
Like,
it's even funnier when they're in the same set for Vegas at the end, like the MGM Grand.
Yeah. So we see, so they make it to Monday Night Raw, even though.
Excuse me, sir. How dare you?
Sorry. Excuse me, Monday Night Nitro. It's such a reaction. It's such like what's the word where it's an association.
Yeah.
Yes, they go to Monday Night Nitro, even though Gordy has to be back because he has to take the cop quiz in the morning, or else his dad's going to arrest him or something. It was really unclear.
And here we see a maskless Rey Mysterio in a match.
Yeah, I remember when he was doing the maskless thing. He looked like a child.
Yeah, still does.
Even his child looks more like.
I was talking about that the other night with a friend of mine. They were like, "Oh,
yeah."
He got injured.
He got injured during that scene.
Yeah, there's a history of like wrestlers getting injured faking like in fake stuff. Like Macho Man, I think. Yeah, like
Macho Man got punched in the head
In this film,
punched him at the end. You see in the bloopers.
Yeah, you see it in the outtakes.
He stalks him by accident. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Apparently, he also got like an injury in Spider-Man.
Macho Man.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, they also get hurt on the set of Dexter's Lab. Break his toe or something. I don't know. Yeah, good pull, right? Yes. So we see they're in a wrestling match, and we see Rose McGowan as the head Nitro girl.
Yeah, Nitro Girls
didn't know were cheerleaders.
Sasha, is that her name? Yeah.
Yeah. We also cut backstage, and we see Joey Pants as the booker and dressed in Arizona wear for
fringe. Yeah, he wears like a cowboy hat with like a fringe embroidered leather jacket. He's he's a promoter, manager, personality. Like, he's the boss.
Yeah, he's the Eric Bischoff.
Yeah. And they're pissed because, King isn't there.
Even though his match is up next or very soon.
Yeah, and we see the our other main villain of the piece, one of my favorites, Diamond Dallas Page.
DDP. Shout out to DDP Yoga, by the way. That stuff is awesome. Do it.
He makes me want to walk around in a shirt like that. Just open.
An open shirt?
Those open, like, bedazzled, like, shiny shirts he had all movie.
Yeah. So we
just
see
chilling out back with Bill Goldberg.
Yeah, Goldberg. I saw Booker T was back there too. So Joey Pants tells DDP, he's like, "Hey brother, the fix is in. Okay, I want you to shoot on him and take the belt. Go into business for yourself." Is that enough Mark talk? Can I stop now?
It was apparently based on the Montreal screw job.
Oh really?
Yeah.
In a way, in the sense of like we're gonna screw over in real life the one of the participants, but it's not like Shawn Michaels actually beat up Bret Hart, probably because he couldn't.
Probably couldn't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, no. King arrives and he makes his big entrance.
Yeah, to the singing of Sucker MCs, or at least the first.
He's also like, who's in his posse? It's like the most random ass.
MCs. It's
I saw Saturn, Conan,
the King of Rock,
and Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, it's like the most
weirdest
ass. Yeah, it's like the weirdest ass like group of guys who come out with him.
Yeah.
And then they leave, and then they come back later.
Yeah. What kind of posse are you to abandon your king? So yeah, they go through the match, and DDP's actually beating up Oliver Platt. But
then starts doing wrestling moves on him.
Yeah, it's like half fist fight.
Which would still require you to do participation, like when he flips him out of the ring.
Yeah, or like a suplex.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just suplex somebody; it's hard.
Maybe he was just so out of it that he was just like, he's like going along with it, because
I guess
when you're a wrestler, it's just second nature to like get into those
positions.
Positions, those moves or whatever. I don't know. I'm reaching here.
And there was also it was a real beat down. There were tables, chairs, crotch shots. Guys, let's talk about the
lots of crotch shots, because I'm like, those aren't legal in wrestling. Like,
no,
WCW
was a chair shot.
So yeah, even in like things like WCW had like a weird lax rule sometimes. I would notice when I was a kid, like.
Well, it's like the ref had to not be looking or something like.
Yeah.
Little Nate's Charles Robinson.
That's right. I saw him. I was like, yeah.
The blonde dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they throw out the ring, so like the fix is in. I'm like, yeah, but you just beat up another employee for no reason.
Yeah.
And
collateral damage.
And then the heels run in. Whoever was on
Bam Bam Bigelow.
I
saw Bam Bam Bigelow. Who else? I think I saw
Sid Vicious, yeah.
Hoovy was there.
Kidman?
No. Kidman was one of the good guys.
Kidman was one of the good guys.
Yeah.
So they come in, and it's a big schmoz. And then the good guys come in. The King's
Court.
King's Court, yeah.
Yeah, the Kingsmen, yeah.
That's what they call them, right? The Kingsmen?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a double cross. They also start to whoop down on the King. And then they give him. Hold on, I wrote it down because it was something I've never ever heard before.
The four
post massacre. That was arguably one of the worst names I've ever heard.
Yeah, it wasn't like a dog. Yeah, the idea like you have him in the middle of the ring and 4 guys all jump on him at once, which seems like the worst idea. Not like dogpile on him, but like somehow are all supposed to get on. And one of them's Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I can see him doing the flying headbutt. I've seen him do it 1,000 times.
You do not want to like meet heads with him, you know.
I don't want to meet anything with him because he's dead, and I don't want to wrestle a ghost.
No.
No, or
he died. Bam Bam Bigelow died.
Yeah. Most wrestlers die. Yeah.
Well, he was in the 50s.
It's pretty young to die, man.
Yeah, he died in 2007. Oh, yeah, it's true. I remember that.
Young for an average person, of age for a wrestler, I guess.
A man with a tattooed scalp.
Yeah, I'd like to see what the stats are on guys with tattooed scalps versus how early they are. I think there's a correlation there. I think there's
just a lot of bouncers that wipe power bars.
Yeah. So after the beatdown. Also, we forgot one thing that when David Arquette's going to play the prank on Scott Kahn's like, don't do it, otherwise Jimmy King is going to get hurt tonight. And David Arquette's like, nothing could hurt the King. And then he does get beat down.
I don't know if we've mentioned this yet before, that they believe wrestling's real.
Yeah.
They don't know it's a work.
Yeah. But
they emphatically believe that wrestling is completely legit.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Yeah.
Did we mention they're idiots?
Yeah. One more so than the other one. Scott Kahn's just severely ignorant.
Yeah. So they're driving home after the match. DDP's the new champ, and they're both crying. And due to the tears, although they can't cry because it's 2000s and they're guys, so they're mad about the fumes or something. Oh, sorry, 8:30, is it? Not fun. They're talking about the fumes of the diarrhea truck, for lack of a better.
Yeah, get ready, hilarity is about to ensue.
Oh yeah, because from crying so hard, they lose control, and the truck flips over, spilling feces everywhere. And then, wouldn't you know it, a toilet paper truck comes rolling through and crashes.
Which splashes them, but then they're clean the next shot.
Yeah, well, they didn't want to be covered in shit the entire shot.
And I'm talking about the next shot. Well, never mind the rest of the movie. They should be like that because after the ambulance and police and everyone just left them there.
Yeah, that's right. Because their car was smashed. They had to hitchhike home.
Yeah,
and no one's gonna pick them up because they
two massive vehicular incidents.
Yeah, I mean, somebody drove the truck driver home, or wherever. Also, all the TP was loose. It wasn't packaged. And when the car crashed, it had like a slide whistle sound when the TP came flying out. Go back and watch it. There was some kind of like sound effect, like a slide whistle or like a little...
Yeah, shooting out like streamers.
Something. Yeah, they were shooting out like streamers. It looked like somebody was in there just launching them out. So what happens? They're crying. They get the truck crash. They eventually hitchhike to. Okay, so now the plan of the movie is they're gonna help the King get the belt back.
Yeah, because Sinclair Joy Pence kicks him out of the WCW.
Was it just me, or did he find that like this movie could have been like an hour and 20 minutes, not an hour and 47?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely should have been an hour and a half movie. When I started watching,
we'll get into stuff we can cut really fast, especially in the tryout scene. that goes
There's
nowhere.
like so much useless shit in this movie. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
this scene didn't
Not
need
like
to
the
be
useful
that
shit
long.
that we
Like,
just had.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is when we meet the farting nuns.
Yeah, they hitchhike in a van with nuns, and they
Sing Van
convince them to
Halen.
play.
No,
because
because what? Because they think they're like, oh, we're gonna go find the king, and we're gonna get him, help him reclaim his throne or whatever.
So they go to Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh, they also meet the Shermanator when they.
Yeah, I was about to say, so they meet the Shermanator.
That he's like a hacking wizard or something, because he can tell you exactly where the king lives.
Yeah, because he knows. Well, it's 99, so he just knows what the internet.
Using AOL Live.
Yeah.
He knows what the internet is.
And his dad thinks everything is for pussies.
Yeah, from talking on the phone or.
He's like, okay, I gotta get off the phone.
Cheering.
My dad says chatting on the phone for pussies.
Yeah, who's your dad, Shermanator?
You never see him. You just hear him yelling in the background.
And Red Foreman.
He's like, get off the phone, pussy!
So he can, because Shermanator is also a wrestling fan. He agrees to help the boys find the king, and they point him in the direction of his ex-wife, Caroline Ray.
Yeah, after Scott Kahn sings Britney Spears for no reason.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't want to bring it up, but I guess we'll do. So
because that's a scene that just goes on.
That dates it a bit.
Yeah, when he's giving them the info, when he's giving David Arquette the info, Scott Cahn's got a CD player on, and he's out loud singing Britney Spears' "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time," and they're both giving him the eye, like, what are you doing? But
he's just oblivious.
That's one of their CD players. That's one of their CDs. Like, I don't know who's mad about it, because it belongs to one of them.
Well, maybe it was just the fact that he was singing out loud.
I guess.
But guys, it's a girl song, and a boy was singing it.
Hilarious. I get it.
But yeah, Caroline Ray, talk about something that actually is pretty funny in this movie.
What?
Caroline Ray.
Funny part? Oh, was that the funny thing you were talking about?
She comes out scratching her crotch and.
Yeah, because Jimmy King's an asshole, and all he gave her was crabs or gonorrhea or something like that.
Crabs. He's like, you ever seen crabs up close?
Oh yeah, David Arquette's like, no.
And then David Arquette kind of wants to see them.
Yeah.
Well, because he's a virgin.
Yeah. That and because the king gave it to her.
Yeah.
So.
I guess, yeah, that's probably it.
There's also the running joke of despite hard evidence in their face, they still believe. It's been funnier with the parents. His official autobiography.
Oh yeah. That so yeah, Caroline Ray, they know of Caroline Ray from Jimmy King's biography or autobiography.
Well, yeah, Sherman points into that, and despite the fact that he's supposed to live in some big ass mansion, just some fucking piece of crap
in a trailer park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't even live there. He's just staying there at that. Like Caroline Ray's house is like something off the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, it's a shack basically, or like a. Yeah.
But also like Jimmy King's like son, the David Flair of the movie.
Metal Mouth.
Yeah, it was pretty rough in there. I don't know what was going on. It looked like it was braces, but it was like homemade braces.
They legit, I think they just like put tinfoil in his mouth. Like, that's what it looked like.
Terrible. Oh God, that sounds horrible.
I did laugh though when because next they go and talk to his parents.
Right.
Despite her
David Arquette's dad.
Yeah, because he has the great line. Yeah. He's like, after you died, he nursed you back to death, and
back to hell.
Kicked your ass.
Yeah, according to Jimmy King, parents are dead, and he's basically just the greatest guy on earth.
Yeah, he graduated at Harvard, Yale.
Yeah, even in the face of people telling him what's up, like, no, Jimmy King's just the greatest. You got it wrong, guys.
You know how like Bill and Ted are dumb, but like really endearing.
Yeah, this isn't that.
This is not that. This is like a really bad cover of that.
But guys, go back and watch our old episode of Bill and Ted.
Yeah, get ready for the new movie coming out.
Yes, that's right.
Can't
That's right.
wait.
Well, I guess we'll have to do that. We'll do it all on live on demand or something.
Yeah, they said he borrowed some cash from us and our mobile home.
Yeah, and took off.
And, yeah.
So they eventually find Jimmy King's trailer, and they peek in the window, and he's dressed in drag, because that's funny, right?
Yeah, he's undercover.
Well, he's in disguise because people are looking for him.
Yeah, he's full
He's got a beard, and he didn't shave it.
Yeah, well,
So they're like, Jimmy King, let us in. And he's like, no, go away. I'm an angry old man. He's like, how about for beer money? And he's like, you can come in.
Appearance fee.
Yeah, appearance fee, $30, 5 minutes. And they basically say, King, you gotta come back and fight for what's right, fight to win, all that good bad shit. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm a has-been and I'm a never was been.
And he can't convince them that it's not real.
Yeah.
So he just kind of gives up.
They're just like kind of looking at him like, what?
It's not real.
What are you talking about?
Fictional character.
Yeah.
And they had the scene in the van, like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. This is all coming together.
It is weird, yeah. After interacting with a character from the American Pie franchise. Oh, wow.
When did Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back?
Yeah, that was 2001. So this actually predates that one. So who's ripping off who?
I guess so.
They worked themselves into a shoot, brother.
So they say, okay, well, Jimmy King, how about we buy you beer then? Because, you can't go out anywhere. And this was a really awesome scene because it was just like the Trailer Park Boys. Because they're going out, they're like, knock, knock, who's there? Jimmy King. Jimmy King who? Jimmy King's a fat drunk guy who...
No, not even that. He's like, knock, knock, who's there? Drunk Jimmy King in a dress. Let's get out of here.
Cross-dressing drunk Jimmy.
I mean,
King.
this is all the Trailer Park Boys notes too.
Yeah.
But they decide, no, it's their job because they're heroes down and out. So they got to get him back in this thing. So they're going to go beat the shit out of him to awaken the beast.
Yeah, Jimmy King says, I'll go do it if I can just punch Joey Pants one time.
Yeah.
So they sneak him into the set.
Titus Sinclair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, real name.
Yeah.
It's a good
So
name.
they sneak him onto the set in a porta potty.
Porta potty. Yeah.
They go to New York.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
The Big Apple.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
WCW never in New York.
Really?
Yeah, it's a southern.
That's territory. Yeah, that's WWF territory. Like they do New York State, but never in New York City.
No, Vince McMahon would call whoever the mayor at the time was, Ed Koch. Say no.
Why would they even have that then?
Why there's a lot of things. Don't ask why. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Don't worry about
it. So what happens? So they sneak on. David Arquette gets an eye full of the Nitro girls changing.
I guess they use their extensive knowledge of porta potties to somehow sneak him into one.
Well, I mean, it's not hard to sneak into a porta potty. You just get in there.
No, but they dress up as like the maintenance workers or whatever.
Yeah. Hey man, nobody wants to deal with shit. All right.
Good point.
Like,
they all
go get in there, man.
They all go to the Nitro girls.
Yeah, because classic. And then DDP and Joey Pants are talking shit about King, and he hears and busts out of the porta potty and decks Joey Pants.
And decks DDP with like the
toilet seat.
Yeah, because that's hilarious too, right? It's
they have a fight in the parking lot, and then King pins him in the parking lot.
Yeah, and David Arquette throws a ref down. It's like, count.
And Joey Pants.
Yeah, go.
And Joey Pants is like, first of all, that was an unsanctioned match. What's going on? Like, camera's still rolling. So he's like, oh, he's a true professional.
Yeah.
So which is weird because
he does break kayfabe.
It's an interesting take because I wasn't sure how to think about this. Let me go wrestling nerd. So he's out of the company, but they start trashing him. They're still talking about him on TV.
Yeah.
Which normally you wouldn't do. You would be like, once someone's out of the company, you just forget about him. We don't talk about them anymore. But I was like, well, they did trash Bret Hart after he left.
Yep.
Shawn Michaels had the little midget come out dressed up as him. So I'm like, there is a precedent slightly.
He didn't leave on good terms either.
Yeah, but it's like usually they'll just like get him out of there no matter what. So
right,
I'm of two minds. But yeah, so then Sinclair, I guess because he instead of just calling the cops and having this guy thrown out because he doesn't work there.
Yeah, a disgruntled ex-employee came to my work and started beating up people.
Yeah, we got he books a title match.
Gives him a shot at the championship and
$1 million. And $1 million.
Yeah, and $1 million because Ted Turner's got that money, right?
In a steel cage match.
Yeah, which is
Jimmy
not
King
actually
does not want to do.
Match. Which it turns out to be a triple steel cage match.
Yeah. Something hell match or something. I don't know.
3 stages of hell or whatever.
Yeah.
But which Jimmy King does not want to do.
Because all he wanted was to punch Sinclair in the face, and that was that.
Yeah. They're like, screw it, let's go. We're having a party now. Which the Nitro Girls show up to do choreographed dance.
Yeah, for the after party.
Yeah. And Booker T's there, so, cool party.
Yeah, it's got to be a cool party. Booker T wouldn't show up if it wasn't.
And Jimmy King's immediately, he's like, I got to get into my fighting shape now.
Yeah, and David Arquette starts to flirt with Rose McGowan.
Yeah.
Or I guess she's flirting with him.
She comes up to him and starts playing nice with him.
Yeah. So they say, also, I want to say, awesome drunk mean Gene Okerlund asking if
okay, yeah, that was the best.
Am I beautiful? Am I sexy?
That did make me laugh.
I think you're sexy.
Like, you're sexy. I think you're sexy, man.
Before that, you had he was kind of drunkenly swaying on the side.
Yeah.
Like everyone's drunk uncle at a wedding.
Yeah.
That was funny.
But good for him for giving that line.
Oh, R.I.P. Mean Gene. Now that made me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a really awesome. That was really awesome.
Then he runs into an open manhole.
Yeah, and then he has to get bailed out of sewer prison.
Shit jail.
And David Arquette and Scott Conner are like, oh, we're in the industry too. Like, don't worry, I know about sewers. And they're like, oh, we found him in quadrant 6. Like, wouldn't you know it? Like, oh,
right where you said he'd be.
Wouldn't you know?
It's all pipes, man.
Yeah, it's all pipes.
So then they take him to go see Stu Hart.
Yes, essentially Stu Hart. Sal Mandini. Hey, Sal Mandini, want to wrestle?
Well, apparently it's a mix of Stu Hart and Lou Thesz.
Yeah.
Lou Thesz, correct.
Played by Martin Landau, just a few years post his Oscar win.
It's funny because
playing Bela Lugosi.
I watched this movie on I think it was Friday, and earlier that day I had watched that some car chase movie. I don't know what it was, but it was filmed in Montreal, and it's Martin Landau and John Saxon, and they're like doing a bullet style chase scene through Montreal.
Which, by the way, R.I.P. John Saxon.
Oh, really? Did he pass away?
Yeah,
last week.
Really?
Like a couple weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to do something about that.
Sounds like something was already done about that.
Ooh. So yeah, they take him to Sal Mandini to actually learn how to wrestle and to get into shape.
Yeah.
And he plays an awesome, he's just an old dude, but he's beating up teenagers and grown men and.
Yeah, it's like a post Happy Gilmore, have the old guy play dead and sucker punch you.
Yeah, that's it. That was awesome. Oh yeah, then there's the date scene with David Arquette and Rose McGowan, where she's coming on to him hard and he does not get it, and then they use wrestling as foreplay.
There was another small joke I liked, even though if it had been delivered sneakier when he brings her bananas.
Right? Yeah, he brings her.
Yeah, well, the flower store was closed, so went to the grocery store. Which I'm like, all right, fair enough. I got that's a chuckle.
It's a bunch of something.
I bring a girl bananas.
Yeah, maybe she'll go bananas for you. She'll go ape, Ryan. She'll be the gorilla of your dreams.
But then she'll make a monkey out of me.
Oh.
All right, guys, quit monkeying around.
Okay. No more.
I already said that one. Yeah. So, anyways, he beats her up, and they have sex.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. He beats her up, and then they have sex.
Oh.
Yeah, because he'd never seen boobs, so he punched her in the face.
Yeah, and then he writes his dad a postcard saying that, hey, sorry I missed the exam, but I'm following my dream, and I bust my cherry.
Exactly. Pretty cool. And then the dad puts that postcard on the fridge, and he shoots the fridge. And I can't believe that every hole had some juice coming out of it.
Yeah, different colored juice.
The dad's horribly unstable.
Also, he missed most of that postcard from like 6 feet away. I think he got like 2 out of the 8 shots or whatever it was. So the boys try to assemble a posse of ragtag guys from, where are they from? Wyoming?
Well, no, this is they try to recruit Bill Goldberg.
Right, they try to, because Goldberg.
Well, actually, his acting's not bad in the scene.
Yeah, and if you look close, you can see a young John Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but like a bleach blonde like hair. He's just turning around like working on the press.
He's in the
he was the prototype then.
Pre that,
blonde
man. Just like frosted tips.
Nice. I'm gonna go back and look for that.
So yeah, Goldberg.
It's one of those like if you blink you miss it cameos like.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you got to be like looking. You're like, oh yeah, there he is. Like you kind of see him like.
So yeah, they go to Goldberg, and Goldberg's like, "Hey man, you already screwed me one time before." And he's like, "Well, yeah, but that was the old me, new me."
Come on, Billy.
Yeah, keep calling him Billy. I'm pretty sure Bill Goldberg does not like to be called Billy. I don't know that for sure, but
I don't know. But the older I get, the more amused I am that his name's just Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
Bill.
Just Bill.
Big Bill Goldberg. So they take him back. They take Jimmy King back to.
No. First, Sal's attacked.
Oh yeah, that's right.
By Harry Saturn
and Sid Vicious.
Psycho Sid, yeah,
Psycho Sid. Can't call him Sid Vicious.
It's like if Home Alone, but if Kevin McAllister was like in his 80s.
Yeah, he gets him. He gets him with the old pie on the windowsill trick, where they come in and bust him up, and he's not actually in his chair. And then, Sal Mandini beats him up for like a couple of minutes, and then Chair Shot puts him down.
Yeah,
but
puts him in traction.
Also, he did put them. He did quite a hurt on them too.
Yeah, they were crying in Joey Pants's office later.
Yeah, both of them. Like little bitches.
But yeah, you find out it's because Sasha she was a mole.
Yep. She's playing the honeypot.
Double crossing dame.
Yeah.
So they're like, screw that, we're out of here. We're gonna go.
Too.
Yeah. Says we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go back to Wyoming. Jimmy King's distressed because he destroyed his Butterfinger.
Yeah, Butterfinger product placement. Also, Sal Landini gives him his final piece of advice that you got to attack the strengths of the person. And he's like, "Don't you mean weaknesses?" He's like, "No, the strengths. I'll never see it coming. Right up the middle."
Oh, Martin Landau, you're too good. You're too good for this movie.
You're too good for a lot of things. So yeah, David Arquette dumps Rose McGowan, and they drive to Jimmy King's ex-wife.
Yeah.
So he can make amends, and he gets kicked in the dick twice. Once from Caroline Ray, and then once from his son.
Yeah, but he promises he's gonna get that $1 million, get his belt back, gonna get that kid a proper dentist, and pay off his debts.
Yeah, was he owed the money to the dentist or something? They repossessed his.
They said they were gonna repossess his braces.
They're on layaway.
Yeah, I'm not laughing because it was funny. I'm laughing because it's really fucking dumb.
And the absurdity of it.
The movie's so long. Yeah. Okay. Here comes the worst scenes of when they were trying to get the posse together.
Yeah,
because it leads to nothing.
Yeah,
they're in a bar.
Waste of time. It's like,
yeah, they bring all these people in, including one guy who thinks he's there for Oklahoma.
Apparently, there was a longer scene with that guy.
Doing the whole number from Oklahoma?
No, they're like he's seen like tied to a tree and like beat up, but then they were like, oh, it promotes like hate crimes or whatever, like beating it because the joke was that he's gay or something. I don't know.
Okay, well,
it was in the theatrical version, and then when they put it on DVD and like and whatever else, they cut that scene.
For what? So yeah, he's like shoot attacking them like because he needs people who can fight for real, but still also have wrestling gimmicks.
Yeah.
You get a firefighter who kind of looks like Simon Miller.
Yep. I'll give that an up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's like a hillbilly guy with like no teeth.
Yeah, called the Chomper or something, or or whatever.
And a pretty country girl who can take her clothes off, and as Jimmy King said, "What you gonna do? Boom him to death."
That's all you need.
Yeah, and then Gordy's dad shows up and says, like,
"I thought they were gonna make a joke like she's actually like really strong or something." Like,
no,
that would have been hilarious if she can like take up guys above her head or something and do like an airplane spin.
Yeah, like a little apple or some shit. Right?
And see, sweet night, idiot.
So Gordy's dad.
I'm giving too much credit to this movie.
Yes. Don't worry, don't shit. Don't worry about it.
So Gordy's dad comes in and basically kidnaps him, saying, "You're going to be a cop, and wrestling's for idiots." And then he's gone for
men touching other men. I'm not going to have any of that.
Yeah,
like,
except for when he grabbed Dick at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, what do we got there?
Also, so they're driving. The dad and David Arquette are driving, and he's like, "Dad, it's my dream to be a wrestler." And he's like, "People had dreams. Manson had a dream. Stalin had a dream. Michael Bolton had a dream." I was like, "Whoa!" Like, I don't know. I'm understanding
the Bolton drive-by.
Who this crossbreed of dreamers.
Charlie Manson had a dream.
Yeah. Joseph Stalin and Michael Bolton, of course, the three faces of dreams. When I hear about people's dreams, that's why I think
dreams gone wrong. Yeah. They try to get him out of his house, but he's also dejected. So I guess his dad somehow has broken his spirit. But they're like, "Need you, Gordy," which I don't know why, because Scott Conn seems to have done everything.
Yeah, they don't really.
He got the trainer. He set everything up.
Yeah, he has a porta potty company to sneak him in.
Yep. And then when they do their big goodbye, he rejects the pretty girl. Yeah, because she was impressed because she saw him on TNT.
No. The station.
Yeah. It's like, "Oh, I saw you on TNT." He's like, yeah, whatever. Where's like the sweet brunette? I got her a Hard Rock Cafe shirt.
Yeah, because nothing says big city living like Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah, Hard Rock Cafe, New York, and then she has sex.
New York.
Then she turns out to be a sex machine.
Yeah, and then they have sex in the RV.
And he doesn't get his clothes back.
And then you see Scott Conn's butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, ladies, there's something for you in here too, I guess.
Yeah.
You're in Scott Kahn's butt.
If you're into Scott Kahn's naked butt or him covered in sewage.
Yeah.
This
you can have it
movie's
both
for
ways.
you.
This movie's for you, man.
You can have them in either way.
Ugh.
So cut to Vegas, or at least stock footage of Vegas.
Yep. Scott Kahn in a really
shot.
bad suit.
Oh yeah, that red 4-piece or whatever.
Yeah, the vest goes all the way up to the neck.
I think he took that outfit from like Steve Harvey or something.
Yeah.
Like it was oversized on him too.
Yeah, he saw like it's a full-on zoot suit.
Yeah, essentially it's a zoot suit. Let's call it that. Also, what's his name? Joey Pants goes to Sting and is like, Sting, I need you there, okay? If any
like,
this shit goes sideways, you gotta be there.
No. Yeah, and he drops his one F-bomb. It's like, things don't go my way. Fucking kill you. Now, if you didn't watch wrestling, this was meant for like the main, like, public audience, right? If you're watching this, are you like, well, who the fuck's this guy in the face paint? Who's Sting? And why do I care?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure this movie was not aimed at,
I don't know who it was aimed for.
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
It wasn't aimed for fans because it makes fans look like idiots and losers.
Yeah, everyone thinks that wrestling's real. Like, come on.
Yeah. Who am I meant to identify with? Sherman?
It's predetermined. Still real.
I'm joking.
So we have that big fight scene after all. In the 3 layers of dip match or whatever.
Yeah, it's a Hell in a Cell with like a regular cage on top that has weapons in it, and then just like a
smaller cage.
Small little cage, and then the belt on top. So it's almost like a ladder match.
Yeah, through cages.
And yeah, so Jimmy King comes down, Scott Kahn gets set on fire.
Yeah, because he missed the pyro call. He's like, hey, watch out for the pyros. What'd you say?
DDP comes out.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. DDP comes out. There's a fight, and then DDP's posse comes in and cuts the door open. Cage door open, and DDP tries to handcuff King to the cage, but Scott Kahn dusts him in the face. Well, a pretty good joke. Dusts him in the face, but he doesn't realize like, oh, it's not fake. It's not real. It's not supposed to. But handcuffed him himself. And that's what he gets the famous line: "A diamond upside down is a pussy."
That's correct. That is a scientific fact. Also, Jimmy King came down with his posse, but then they weren't there to back him up.
I was about to bring this when like King's backup shows up. Because he brings the ladder out because he can get to the second cage now that DDP's handcuffed. Yep. And then DDP's goons or Diamond Dallas, because they always say his full name. Yeah. Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah.
And
also, way to go, Tony Schiavone. And,
I was gonna say Tony Schiavone.
I can't remember the other guy's name.
Yeah, because Schiavone seemed just checked out of this. Yeah, Mike Tenay. Yeah. Schiavone just checked out of this.
Yeah, he could not give a shit.
Because
Conan's there too. You see Conan.
Yeah, he's one of the king. He's one of the new goons.
I thought you meant Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien.
No, the Barbarians.
Yeah. Oh, K-Dog.
Yeah.
But then for backup comes out, cue to like the Metallica riff.
Yes.
Is Bill Goldberg? Yeah, Bill Goldberg, Billy Kidman, Booker T, and somebody else.
Disco Inferno?
They charged down, but Disco Inferno. Which I remember that when they went to New York, the main event was a title match between DDP and the Disco Inferno. I was like, get the fuck out of here!
Never would that happen either.
No way! Get the fuck out of here!
It's like he's a Disco Inferno.
Oh, we also forgot to mention
the ultimate jobber.
One of the bad guy goons was in a mask, and it turns out it was Jimmy King's son.
Yeah, it's a full David Flair.
Yeah, and he gets a low blow.
Like Electro.
Yeah, essentially.
Which,
yeah.
There is a supercut of Low Blows at the end of this movie.
Yeah, that was pretty great, actually.
It's a full tour of Dick City.
Oh yeah. Also, at this time, coming in on a motorcycle, dressed up as the most badass of Super Troopers,
The
is
Law.
David Arquette, or David the Law Arquette, or what is it, Gordy the Law
Boggs.
Boggs. Yeah, busts through the cage.
Yeah, knocks down a guy with a motorcycle, which is no problem.
I'm just like, how did they let any of this happen?
And then he and Scott Caan have a heart-to-heart.
Someone had to let him in the arena.
Yeah.
And
then Rose McGowan just shows up like left
on the
frame.
Inside of the cage. She's on the inside of the cage, and I'm like, well, she shouldn't even be here at all. The Nitro Girls on stage doing their thing.
Yeah, trying to apologize, and she gets hit in the face with a ladder.
Yeah, and Scott Caan's like, well, that's what happens in a ladder match. And
then
I warned you. I tried to warn you.
His dad's very proud of him on the television.
Yeah, his
that's my son.
Sees that, and he's like, yeah, he's giving him the whooping.
I haven't seen a prouder father since Rip Torn and Freddie got fingered.
Proud.
Gonna make your daddy proud.
We should do that.
Freddie got fingered? Okay, that'll be the next one.
I got my LeBaron. Where's your LeBaron, Freddie?
Where's your LeBaron, Freddie? Number one son.
This is a fancy restaurant. This is a fancy restaurant.
I'm the number one son. They're like, you're the only son. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm the number one son. Number one.
Where's your LeBaron, Freddie?
Scraps, but top dog.
When Harlan Ellison just yelling, Harlan, wah wah wee wah, he's yelling, wah wah wee wah.
Okay, Ryan, I promise we'll do breakout finger next.
It's so dumb. I love it. That kid keeps getting hurt.
Oh yeah.
We're almost done.
DDP somehow 6'6" DDP. Yeah, who's in the best shape, like one of the best shapes of his life. Somehow Oliver Platt's holding his own against him in a street fight. Yeah,
he also puts Oliver Platt in a noose and strings him up.
Oh yeah.
Just for a moment.
I mean, that was it's it was just the year prior, like Undertaker did Big Boss Man. So
yeah, it's a Boss Man. So eventually they both make it to the top of the cage. And they're fighting for the belt, and DDP throws Jimmy King over, because obviously. And who comes out of nowhere but Sting from the rafters?
Swinging Sting.
Yeah.
And knocks down Jimmy King, or knocks down DDP, and it's like, Jimmy King's all right in my books.
And then there's like, I guess the resolution of the homoeroticism angle, where Scott Caan is like, you love Jimmy King. I love Jimmy King. We're men. Men can love other men. And that's cool.
Yeah.
I love you. And it's Sting, in a manner of gay panic, punches him in the face.
Yeah. And then David Arquette asks for a piece too.
Yeah.
Punch me too.
Still, David Arquette Sting the entire movie. He's like, oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So DDP gets the belt. Oh no, sorry. Jimmy King gets the belt.
Yeah. Well, he scoop slams DDP through all the cages.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's how it ended. Yeah, very Hell in the Cell with Taker and Mankind.
Yeah.
Right.
I should have worn my Cactus Jack shirt today.
Yeah, that's fine. AEW's fine. You're smart, Mark.
Yeah. Well, Tony Schiavone.
Then Joey Pants starts having a meltdown because he invented wrestling and all the fans hate him. But then they throw him into the fans and he starts getting assaulted.
Yep. Beat down by the fans.
And then this movie is over because it's stupid and it was a stupid movie.
Well, no, you forgot the coda.
No, I know. There's a little bit.
We're back at the not quick stop.
Yeah, the not quick stop.
And because also he declares that Scott Caan is his manager.
Yeah, Scott. What was it? Something Sugarman.
Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy.
Yeah.
Sweet Daddy.
And Bill Goldberg wants to be his tag partner. He's like, no, I'm going to take David Arquette.
Yeah, who's arguably not a wrestler.
Because the kid's got heart.
There's no arguing about it. He's not a wrestler. He just assaulted those men.
He is now.
But
yeah,
speaking
well, I mean,
of
also
assault,
he was WCW champ.
He's the law.
We'll get to that in a second, my friend.
Okay. So yeah, the movie ends with Scott Can holding court again at the quick stop, and the kid's like, "That never happened. That entire story was bullshit."
Or even if it did happen, like, so what? You're back here now.
Yeah, and then out comes Ahmed Zappa flying through the window, and Goldberg and Sting and Jimmy King, David Arquette,
in their wrestling gear,
some chick.
Yeah, Sal Medini's in a hot tub and a Hummer.
Yeah.
So it's like those kids didn't see any of those guys? Like, they just showed up then? They didn't see any of those guys?
They didn't know it was Bill Goldberg.
Yeah, who was just, in his wrestling attire, his, trunks and boots and the elbow
walking around. Shirtless in his little Speedo.
You didn't notice this 6'6" man weighing 300 pounds?
Well, we noticed, though. Well, don't forget, maybe that's just what he wears, because it was the Man Show when he was doing his Hanukkah.
Oh, yeah.
Celebration. He was down in Manischewitz, still in his wrestling gear.
Yep, that's 100% right. Bill Goldberg only wears that.
Then we get a hilarious blooper reel, which is mostly, and then just a lot of dick kick cities.
Yeah, I think there was about 20. I think I counted 16, 20 of them. I don't know. And that was it. And that was Ready to Rumble.
So this movie wasn't very good.
No. We had Michael Buffer in there saying, let's get ready to, or we are now ready to rumble. I don't think it's allowed to say, let's get ready to rumble.
So again, this was a big promotional tool to WCW, who had were very popular in 96, 97, started taper off in 98, and then just out of business by 2001.
Yeah.
This was a marketing campaign to kind of get their popularity back. Did not work. Cross promotion involved, which is weird because in actual WCW at the time, DDP was a good guy.
Yep.
But he's a villain in the film, and so they bring in David Arquette, who did not want to do a wrestling angle. He didn't want to actually wrestle. But Russo, they made him champ, despite, and DDP was happy about it.
It was Vince Russo convinced him. He was like, "Yeah, that'd be great."
Yeah, he kept getting convinced, although he famously donated all the money he made to the families of Owen Hart and Draws and Brian Pillman.
Yeah, I heard that.
But yeah, he was the WCW champion, which was kind of between that and those finger poke of doom, kind of threw the championship in the toilet. But he also turned heel, which was arguably the best part about it. Allied himself with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a wrestling fan. This was not a good wrestling movie.
No, I definitely recommend if you want a really good.
So what's a good one?
No Holds Barred.
Okay.
No Holds Barred because it goes all in on the ridiculousness of it. It is redonkulous as a film, but at least it commits. Whereas this one, I don't know what it's supposed to be.
The Wrestler.
Yeah, obviously the Wrestler. But that's sad.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, this movie was fun. It wasn't, but it was just it was bad. But it was fun.
It's forgettable. It's long. There's not as many good jokes.
An hour and 50 minutes really or an hour and 47, pretty long.
Yeah, I
really did not like David Arquette in this at all. And Scott Conn, I don't think he had any personality.
Yeah, that's why he was likable.
Yeah, by default. But I'm always glad to see Oliver Platt in things. He's my favorite Musketeer.
Portos?
Yeah. Portos. The ladies' man.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was a bad movie, but it did have its moments, and it was nice that the good guys won, and it was definitely nostalgic. And it's definitely ramped me up to watch that David Arquette documentary. I don't know where.
I am curious about that because in recent years, David Arquette has become an actual wrestler, but in death matches and shit like that.
Yeah, I know. He's fighting Nick Gage in GCW.
Yeah.
That is. I don't know if we can post a link to that or something, but guys, if you get a chance, somehow find find out who Nick Gage is first, and then watch his matches, and then imagine David Arquette involved in that, because that's some fucking gruesome horror shit.
David Arquette showed up to like hosted a Raw like 5 or 6 years, like 7 or 8 years ago, and he had like the horse's voice, but he was like came out dressed like Super Dave Osborne.
I don't remember that.
And he came out healing it up. He was like, I'm your former WCW champion.
Well, good for him for committing, I guess. He's an actor.
I mean, he's not like the best celebrity heel. I mean, probably Pete Rose.
Well, you didn't like Drew Carey?
Hey, he wasn't a heel. He just kind of like showed up and didn't do anything. Pete Rose, man, how about it?
Yeah,
he has an ongoing rivalry with Kane.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what, should we grade this? Does anyone else have anything to say about this?
No.
Not really.
Okay.
Watch MacGruber. That has wrestlers in it.
Who?
MacGruber. That has wrestlers in it.
Oh, MacGruber.
Jericho's
yeah, that's right.
That movie.
Jericho is in that movie.
Yeah, Macho. Also, not enough Macho Man. They up front.
I would have liked to have seen a little more Macho Man. Thing is, he was the first wrestler to show up and like, awesome, it's gonna be like a macho heavy movie.
Yeah, it was him with Gorgeous George, his manager / wife at the time, or girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all mentioned he was a cardboard cutout for Slim Jims come to life.
Yes. Yeah, because he was a cardboard cutout in the movie. Okay, so boys, go ahead and start. Who wants to go first?
I already said it's bad.
Just bad?
It's because it's not good. It's not terrible, but it's not good. So it's bad. It's a bad movie.
Okay.
It's
like
also
I said,
like not so. It's also not so bad that it's good.
Yeah, like I said, it was like enjoyable. There were some parts that felt it dragged, but I wasn't like, okay, just like, I watched it and I wouldn't watch it again. And
wouldn't recommend it?
No, I don't think so. Unless you're like a real big wrestling fan, and in that case, you've probably already seen it. So it's like.
Good point. All right, Ryan, what about you? What you got?
Again, not particularly funny. I mean, it doesn't age well for various reasons. It's the worst crime is that it, again, doesn't commit to one thing or the other. It's not smart enough to be like a really in like the wrestling scene, but it's also too insidey for like wide audiences. The humor is like, it's immaturish, but also like not as dirty as the contemporaries of its time, like say American Pie or Road Trip. So it's like it's very much in the middle, and therefore it's like that. It's that whole built by committee, or everyone like a good compromise when nobody's happy,
right.
And it felt like this. So I don't know, like I said, I'm just gonna go with bad. It's nostalgic.
Yeah, nostalgia.
I mean, I wasn't even a WCW guy back in the day, but like when I think of the past, like I think of WCW because it only exists in the past.
Well, I'm going to jump on the train also and say it's bad. I mean, for the reasons you guys said as well. But I'm also going to throw in an ugly, just for the amount of dick kicks, especially that cut at the end. And knowing now that Rey Mysterio was injured and Macho Man was injured, this is a pretty violent movie, I guess. I mean, considering it's wrestling and.
Who gave the best reaction faces to kicks in the dick?
Oh, it was Oliver Platt every time.
I don't know. DDP had some pretty good reaction shots.
Yeah. Apparently Scott Conn did his own stunts, or a lot of his own stunts.
I'm trying to remember what stunts there were, but I'm sure there were some.
He got some.
I think he got slammed into that car or thrown off the car or something.
Yeah. And there was some
that's right.
done to him.
Chris Canyon was the stunt double for Jimmy King.
Oh, yeah. Neat.
Nice.
Who better than Canyon? Who better than Canyon?
All right, so I think that's everything.
Yep.
So, guys, don't forget to find us on, YouTube? Because it's probably
smash that like button.
Like, share, and subscribe.
All three. We're not on Twitter, so don't at me there. Send us your movie requests, hate mail, any kind of joke. Send us your Macho Man impersonation to GBU Podcast. The GBU Podcast or GBU Podcast 514?
Do both.
GBU
Yeah,
podcast.
do both.
Being charged by the character? Come on.
GBU Podcast at gmail.com, where I promise I'll eventually get to it.
All right. And next up is it's Vince's Mandate next, I think.
Yeah.
And boy, isn't he excited about it.
So don't you worry.
What?
Is that it?
That's it.
It's good, brother.
All right, everyone, take care. Goodbye.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.